Hello and welcome to my channel, Inviting Possibilities Tarot. Excuse me. I'm doing a reading for water signs today. Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces in all placements. And you can kind of see we've got Charlie here hanging out, blessing us with that feline energy. And I'm putting some prosperity dust on the table. Thank you so much for being here. I'm going to get a couple of angel cards. Contentment. Uh-oh. There she goes. There's an angel planting flowers. There's a little butterfly. Angel doing some gardening, we will say. Humor. It's a clown angel with balloons, big shoes. Who knew angels wore shoes? All right, so contentment and humor. I love this. There's such this relaxed, peaceful energy. And I feel like, yeah, it's also a buoyant, there's a buoyant energy here. All is well. This feels like all is well. And even if there are obstacles, issues, you're making the most of it. You're not letting it bring you down. You're focusing on the things that bring you joy. And you're making light of the heavier things. Knowing, shit happens in life and you move on. You do your best. You take it all with a grain of salt. What's that quote? Don't take life too seriously because you're not going to get out of it alive, or something like that. Anyway, let me go to the wisdom of the oracle. Oh, terrible shuffle. Okay, let me try that again. Okay, we've got higher power in reverse, number 4. There. Yin in reverse, number 2. Time for a nap in reverse, 24. Okay, what's going on? Now, keep in mind, this could have already happened. This could be part of your past. But there's a real strong energy here of thinking that you need to do everything yourself. And feeling unwilling or unable to accept help, to receive. Maybe you're an overgiver or you're just much more comfortable giving. It's like you're trying to muscle your way through something or to somewhere, and you're kind of on overdrive and thinking that it's like there's a forgetting that a part of what is, let's see, how do I say this? There's a need to lean on the the knowledge that the universe is helping you co-create your reality. And a part of that has to do with trusting, having faith, maintaining your spiritual practice, developing a spiritual practice, understanding that you're not in this alone. And there are things you can do to lean on this power, this, the universe and its support, like doing things that you really enjoy, like gardening, for example. But I don't know. It's like there's just this feeling of like, no, I got to get it done. I have a lot to do. I have a lot on my plate. I got to get it going, get it done. I need to give my energy. I need to put my energy out there. And so, yeah, it's like you needed to, or are needing to, just take your hands off the wheel for a minute, maybe for a few minutes. Like, take that nap that you've earned. Take a rest. It's really important. Like, getting things done is great, but there's got to be a balance. And so, well, let's keep going. Let's find out more. Going with the heart's hidden secrets. Because again, this is something that you may have figured out, you may have overcome already. The consummate overachiever is what popped in my head. We've got clinging, holding on, obsessing, and spying. Yeah, there's a bit of an obsessive energy here. Beauty, charming, graceful, and kind-hearted. Escaping, avoiding, blocking, and pushing away. Well, it's like you're trying to beautify yourself, your world. You've got good intentions. Makes me think of the quote, the road to hell is paved with good intentions. But there's this very clingy, holding on energy. So there's something here that you don't want to let go of. You have some kind of goal in mind, some kind of okay, so I'm trying to wrap my brain around this. It's like this could be you clinging to an idea of how you show up. You are very, very giving. That keeps coming through very strongly. And maybe there's someone or something that you don't want to let go, because you feel that you, by giving to that thing, is somehow going to make you better. I don't know how else to say it. And I'm speaking to kind of a mentality that you have. But with this escaping here, it's like you're putting your all into something, but then you're doing it because of a need or a desire to get away from some situation in your life. There's definitely kind of a lack of being in the flow, because you are trying to like cut something off of the past, or you're anticipating something. Now this could also speak to like somebody in your life who maybe is clinging to you, you're clinging to them, and there is kind of this avoiding, this pushing away. Yeah, because typically when somebody shows up with a clingy, kind of cling on energy, particularly in connections, whatever that looks like, it automatically causes kind of it repels this kind of this clingy energy. And somebody's like, oh, it's too much. It's too much. Now, it could also be where, say you are somehow like in a connection with someone, whether you're working with them, collaborating in some way, in a relationship, whatever this is, and it's like working overtime to try to make something happen. And there's a little bit of a desperation energy, which again kind of repels. And there's a need to like let go, open up, receive. Again, maybe you've done this already. So let's see, where, I'm trying to keep everything on the camera. I'm going to go with the Osho Zen Tarot. Moment to moment, Two of Rainbows. Control, King of Air, Clouds, King of Clouds. Air too. Silence. This is, I always think this is the moon, but I think this is actually the star. Right? Yeah. Aquarian energy. Of course, we've got Gemini, Libra, Aquarius as well. Okay. So yeah, this control energy is what is coming through really heavily. Needing things to be a certain way, being very rigid about how to make something happen, create something. There is, these two energies are very different. The moment to moment and the control. It's like, it's almost as if you are trying to find your balance within a situation that you don't have a whole lot of control over. Or like one area of your life is a little bit out of control, and so it's causing you to, kind of a knee-jerk reaction is to be hyper controlling about some other area, or something that you're trying to make something happen, and it's not working out ultimately. And so with the silence, it's like, okay, why isn't this working? How come I'm trying to stay in the moment, focus on the future, but also be present. But then, I don't know. I mean, it could also be where you're dealing with someone who is hyper controlling in a very clingy, holding on, obsessive way. And it's causing you to be like, ugh, I need to be silent. I need to get away. I need to escape. However, yeah, let me keep going. Let me get some cards from the Hidden Guides of the Hidden Realms. The dream of co-creation, manifestation, divine partnership, frequency alignment in reverse. 26. Ripe, juicy, and ready. Poised for success, potential waiting to be realized. Number 6. Letting go of stories. Surrendering attachments, releasing unconscious patterns. 34. In reverse. Okay, gotta get the book. The dream of co-creation in reverse. We are all powerful beyond measure, not because of our humanity, but in spite of it. Manifestation is always a partnership, always active, whether you are aware of it or not. The inconvenient truth of life is the twofold duality of having to deal with life on its terms while also holding space for the manifestation of your beautiful dream. You must be careful not to interpret difficult events to mean that your dream is unimportant or will not happen. On the contrary, your dream for your life, your unique manifestation, is so important. Yeah, there's something you are trying to manifest and you're so ready. You're like, I'm poised, I'm ready for that success. But something's not working out and it's could be causing you to get into this controlling energy to make something work. Cause you're like, no, but I'm ready. It's, and you're having to deal with something that isn't working in your favor. It's not how you planned or envisioned. So let me see this. Letting go of stories in reverse. The nature of attachment is sticky and innately sabotaging. The stronger and more prolonged the emotional obsession, the less likely you are to experience your desired outcome. Too much wanting turns one into a hungry ghost, destined to be unfulfilled, always longing for something out of reach, in a continuum of scarcity. And I feel like that's why this control is here. Because you really want something and it's causing you to get obsessed, and rather than be in the flow and rather than listen to your intuition, which is a direct line to your higher power, you are like, no, I'm going to make this work. I really want this thing. I want this person. And it's ultimately it's working against you. But you feel ready and excited for something, and because it's not working out, it's causing you to want to, just force it. Just force it. Make it so. Let me go to the Moonology deck. Be bold and make the first move. Cardinal Moon. A new romantic cycle begins. New moon in Libra. Don't let your past hold you back. South Node. So, another one. Prosperity lies ahead. New moon in Taurus. There's something that is on the other side of this need to control, this obsessive energy. Because, okay, so it's that idea that sometimes we forget that what we want is not necessarily good for us. And we may not know that in the moment. We, if we are clinging on, holding on, obsessing, um, there's a part of us, usually it's our ego, that is like, no, this is the thing that's going to make me happy. This is what I want, and I want it so bad. And it's like, it's very, there's an energy of desperation, like I said. But when you are able to release that and be like, what is right for me, what is meant for me will come. And I'm just going to trust that the universe has my back and is going to bring me what I want. Then you open yourself up to what's meant for you, what's supposed to come in. You're not cutting yourself off from the new. And because the clinging energy, her arms are across, right? Crossed across her chest. So, it's like, it's almost like, comfort, wanting, but then there's a closing off the heart chakra. There's a need to, because the yin in reverse, that's closing off. And there's a need to open up, because on the other side is something, a new romantic cycle. There's somebody new. It could be a new romantic cycle with yourself, where you start to feel content just on your own, just being who you are with yourself and enjoying that. Your past, you're clinging so hard to the past, but it's in the past for a reason. What lies ahead is prosperity. And I feel like you are so close. Maybe you've already overcome this because of focusing on, really practicing focusing on the moment, spending time in silence, possibly meditating, focusing on what it is that you truly want. Whatever you're clinging to is leaving, is being pushed away, it's time to move on, something. And so it's recognizing that, again, what is meant for you will not be taken from you. And it's really important to get into that energy of receiving, that receptive energy, much like the Empress, just knowing that your needs will be met. Everything's going to work out. You just got to focus on contentment, what makes you feel content and happy. Focus on the humor. If you find yourself getting into that kind of clingy, obsessive energy, that controlling energy, be able to recognize it. Practice awareness. Oh, here I go again, and make light of it. It's, you're doing the best you can. You want what you want for a reason. It may not be the best thing for you. And, you think back to all the things that you wanted in your past that you didn't get. And so often it's like, oh, thank God that didn't work out. What a blessing. So let's see. New romantic cycle begins. Is someone making a move on you? Maybe someone is being bold, or you are being bold as you let go of the past and move to the future. Is this what I want? No, I think I'm going to go with the Radical Abundance deck. And get some water. Creativity. Inspiration. Yeah. Feeling inspired, getting creative. This is the kind of energy that comes in when you release that control, release the holding on. Those fists are so, tightly, tightly closed, fisted. Yeah, and it really does. It speaks to this obsessive, clingy energy. Creativity and inspiration is like, what is there? Like, what can I discover? What can I do? What new thing can I lean into? And stability. I love this stability card because stability doesn't necessarily come from staying in one place and being fixed where you are. We have a little camper thing, a trailer, whatever you call it. And, it's like you can find stability, create stability, even when you're on the move, even when you don't know exactly where you're going, or, it's stability. I've said this before, but it's kind of more of a state of mind because, it's what allows you to feel safe. If you want to go travel, for example, you can still feel stable because of knowing it is somehow tied into this higher power. Knowing the universe has your back and letting the experiences happen, letting them come to you, not needing to try to make things happen a certain way. It makes me think of traveling and like, some people are all about like, okay, I'm going to fill up my schedule. Everything is regimented. Everything, okay, this time this is happening, and what I'm seeing here is this is the kind of traveling where you might have an idea, you have a general outline of what it is that you're going to do, what you want to fit in, but also being spontaneous and open to what happens. And if things change, awesome. Like, then that's what I'm doing now, right? You're tapping into your creative energy. This creative flow is coming through you because of letting go, because of recognizing that you're overcoming this, or have overcome this need to hang on. You're like, okay, getting zen about it. Let me get some cards from the Spirit Animal Oracle. Feeling inspired. You're coming back to that understanding or that feeling of like, what can I create? What can I build? What can I grow? There's a new energy coming in. Dog spirit, be loyal to what you love. Number 19. That's right. Be loyal to what and who you love. What brings you contentment? Whatever you've been clinging to, there's something that has been, it's like you want to love it. Maybe you used to love it, but it doesn't bring you the same kind of inspiration and creativity that it once did. Something like this. Hawk spirit, let spirit be your guide. 32. That's right. Yeah. Leaning into that understanding that you're not doing this alone. And the universe is sending you signs and signals of like, you know, the direction you need to pivot in. Crow spirit, co-create with spirit. Yeah, number 17. Just looking at my numbers here real quick. Yeah, this is very much about like letting Jesus take the wheel. Like, okay, universe. I don't know. I don't know. Like, I guess I'm gonna let go. I'm gonna release the control. I'm gonna spend time in silence, communing. Healing. This is also an energy of healing. Healing the things that cause you to get into this controlling energy in the first place, because control, the need for control, comes from, it stems from a place of fear and feeling out of control in, somehow. Yeah. And I'm, speaking from experience here. so really it's like, it's recognizing, it's remembering that the universe has your back, that there's so much magic to be tapped into as you move forward, as you release the past. I know it's not easy, especially when, there's something or someone that you really want in your life, or you're used to obsessing about, and it's almost like a habit. But it's like focusing on what it is that you want to create, and the inspiration, what drives you, what makes you feel alive and excited. I feel like you're at least halfway there, or were, and you're like coming out of it. Let me get a card from the Sacred Rebels Oracle. I haven't used this in a minute. What is already with you? Number 17. Co-create with spirit, also 17. What is already with you? What do you have that you can lean on? I've got all these butterflies. It's like your transformation is connected to recognizing that you already have what you need. That there's a part of the key to moving out of that kind of controlling, obsessive energy is, well, it's focusing on being grateful. And I said it. Gratitude. Got to pick a gratitude card. Yeah. We can only be said to be alive in those moments when our hearts are conscious of our treasures. Thornton Wilder. When our hearts are conscious of our treasures. So yeah, focusing on the treasures that you have already manifested, that are already making your life better or good, right? We are creatures of desire. We always want more. It's normal. It's natural. It's fine. It's just learning the trick, and it is a trick, is learning how to be neutral about getting what we want. It's like, all right, putting that rocket of desire out there. Abraham Hicks talks about it, but then you go, okay, that rocket has been sent. Now the universe is working to bring it to me. Now I'm going to let go. Now I'm going to change my focus completely and forget that I even put it out there as best as possible. The word wants to be written, 42. And we have a bunch of butterflies again. What is already with you, the word wants to be written. You have an idea inside of you. This is tied to this inspiration. Writing something down is somehow going to help you. bring it into form. 41. By writing it down, it brings it into form. It's already in you. Writing it down is going to bring it into form. And I feel like I keep looking at that new romantic cycle beginning, and this is going long already. I want to know a little bit more about this new romantic cycle. Let me go with the Tarot of Transcendence. Tell me a little bit more about this new romantic cycle. 9 of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles. Oh, going flying. 8 of Swords in reverse. Ooh. Okay. Okay. So it appears that maybe you've been single for a while, and there's this new opportunity coming in. It's coming in slow. It's you know, small and kind of like it's like the sun rising. It's just gradually coming, like the light is shining more and more, but it's like with the 8 of Swords in reverse, there's this releasing of the anxiety, the worry, the stress. Is this all going to work out for me? It's like it's being very much in the moment and examining. There's an opportunity that's coming. It could be coming from someone who has also been single. You know, it's a self-reliant, very prosperous energy. You may be coming together with somebody where you work together. You're able to generate a lot of prosperity somehow, because of releasing the past and focusing on the forward movement, focusing on the inspiration. What can you create? It's really it's also about learning something new, learning about a new person, learning what you can do together, creating a business possibly. It's taking your like I feel like you and this person already separately are kind of like, you've gotten some things figured out, very self-reliant, doing fairly well on your own, but then together you create, you're creating something that is potentially long lasting, tangible, and it's something new, something that is making you go, oh, and it's part of the stability too. You're coming into union with someone where there's going to be a lot of stability, a lot of creativity. You're going to be able to bounce ideas off one another. Maybe it has to do with writing somehow, writing a blog, a book, articles, whatever that is. But it's like, can also, this word that wants to be written, this can also be writing down. If you haven't met somebody yet, and that's kind of, it's like you're clinging to the past and you're like, oh, you know, I wish I still had that person in my life, but it didn't work out for whatever reason. Writing down what it is that you want, because there's something in the past that there's a reason it's not there anymore. There are some things that you are maybe, by focusing on what didn't work, the parts you didn't love. You know, even if you think everything was perfect, but then this person ghosted. I want someone who's going to stick around. Like, you write it down. You write down what you don't want, and then create a list of what you do want, the opposite. And that can really help your manifestation and create, you know, help you create what you want. Bring in, call forth what you want. Yeah. So, all right, let me finish. I'm going to finish with a rune card. Yep, you're successfully overcoming the worry, the stress, the fear of not getting what you want. You're getting in, like I said, you're getting into this very kind of zen mode, focusing on what you love and knowing that the universe has, you're covered. It totally has your back. You're fine. You're getting what you want. You're getting more than what you want. It was just you needing to open up and let go of what wasn't meant for you anymore. And then we have AWAS. EWAS. I think it's AWAS. And I love this because there is collaboration, there's cooperation. This is very helpful energy. I feel like this new person is going to be, there's going to be a lot of humor. There's going to be a lot of laughter. You are going to be feeling very content. Feel like, someone has your back. Let's just find. These are not numbered, so. There we go. AWAS. I was right. Back here. Travel or a change of residence, as well as loyalty. Loyalty, trust, and teamwork are the dominant themes for this rune card, which is associated with the horse, a sacred animal in many ancient cultures. Just as the bond between rider and horse is based on faith, love, and trust, this rune card reminds you of the importance of these qualities for the key relationships in your life. The card could also apply to a work situation or project in your life that requires discipline, trust, and teamwork if there is to be any forward movement. If you want success, you need to dedicate yourself wholeheartedly. There are no half measures. Finally, the relationship on which this card could be turning the spotlight is the one you have with yourself. Do you trust yourself? Do you have absolute faith in yourself? If you don't, this card is urging you to focus your energy less on others and more on believing in yourself and building up your self-confidence. Yeah, that's a huge part of this. Your self-confidence. I think that's a part of why you were clinging before. Because you didn't, I don't know, something about feeling like you couldn't get what you wanted just by allowing. That self-confidence is the key to you overcoming the stress, the anxiety, the worry, to embracing this new romantic cycle, being open to something new, someone new, being able to lean into that inspiration, that creativity, and ultimately, like this teamwork, whatever, whoever this is, you two are, it's just, I feel like the bond is going to be built very quickly, and you're manifesting what you want, who you want, and doing something that you love that is fulfilling for both of you. And we'll bring it back to the contentment. Lots of laughter, feeling like, oh yeah, I can just nurture. This is something that I can put my energy and focus into. And this is the beauty that possibly had eluded you, or that you had always been striving for. And finally you're like, oh, yay. This is what I was hoping for, from the beginning. So anyway, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day wherever you are in the world, and I will see you on the next video.